Hey, listeners, if you haven't joined Stitcher Premium yet, now's the perfect time.
Why?
Stitcher Premium gets you completely ad-free episodes of hundreds of shows like Comedy Bang Bang, WTF with Mark Maron, all those back episodes, and How Did This Get Made?
Cool.
3 fantastic shows. You also get 21,000 hours of exclusive content. New exclusive originals like Marvel's Wolverine and Issa Rae's Fruit are launching every week for Stitcher Premium members. If you love podcasts, you are missing out. When you listen to ad-free apps in Stitcher Premium, your favorite podcasters get paid. Help support your favorite shows and join Stitcher Premium today. For a free month of listening, go to StitcherPremium.com and use promo code Crucible. That's promo code CRUCIBLE. StitcherPremium.com. Free month of listening. You guys ready? Another big old episode coming this week.
Lots of milestones. This one's episode 1
comes out on
50.
Monday, May 7th.
150.
Hold on.
That's
Is this right?
What?
Yeah, it's
We're
coming
making
out.
a big one.
It's coming out one day.
Whoa. Oh.
Oh, it comes out
It's-
the 7th?
Yeah, that's the day before Warmind.
Oh, well. Should we just phone it in instead?
Yeah, no one's gonna listen to this. They'll be playing.
Yeah, well, is 152 a thing because of weeks in a year?
Is that how it works? I mean, that sounds better because what's going to happen is we'll just talk about the stuff that we don't know. And in a matter of 24 hours, it'll all be proven to be wrong or incorrect or dated or inaccurate. What's the point of this episode?
Okay. We are going to tell you a day early what might be coming in the new expansion and also run out the clock.
Let's go. Okay, welcome to Crucible Radio 2.
Hi.
The podcast for all things Destiny 2 PvP. We are your 3 hosts. That's 1, 2, 3 hosts for the show.
He's pointing at us.
We do
I'm
episode
number 2.
This is episode 150. So what you could do is listen to all those other episodes. But yeah, this is a podcast and we talk about the Crucible. And how much time do we have left, guys?
You're doing pretty good.
Okay, there's me. I'm Bones. Well, my real name's Mitch, but I go by Bones because we're all using our video game names. You know that scene from Avengers where he says like, "Hey, I'm Spider-Man." Oh, sorry, Birds.
No, please.
That's
no.
the old. Have you not seen that one?
Oh, yeah. Wait, Spider-Man? When did he show up?
Oh my God, you are way behind.
Is it still Tobey Maguire?
Oh,
What's
this is
happening?
perfect. This is perfect. We can spend 20 minutes catching birds up on the MCU. Okay, so
No,
Iron
I've
Man
seen
2008.
Almost every movie in the MCU at least once, if not 0 times. No, I think the only ones I haven't seen, I didn't see one of the Thors.
Thor 2.
And I didn't see Thor 2. I didn't see... Are the Hulks... Those aren't canon, are they?
One is, but it's
One
not
is.
necessary at all.
Wait, was it
It's the
it
Ed
was
Norton.
Ed Norton.
One. Yep.
Ed
That's
Norton.
canon?
Yeah.
Did they establish any important plot points in the
No.
canon? Okay, just Hulk exists.
Yeah, what's his face though from like what's that show Lie to Me? Do you remember that TV show? He's also the guy in the diner at the end of Pulp Fiction.
Oh, I
Tim
remember
something?
that guy.
Yeah,
the
he's-
little British guy.
Yeah, he's the bad guy and I think he does a perfectly great job as a bad guy in a movie.
Okay, check this out. I just Googled Lie to Me, and not only does the British guy look little, but everyone in this poster looks quite little. How do they get him so small?
It's a very tiny show.
Yeah, they only take up like the bottom 2/3 of the poster tops. It's being generous.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird
All right.
thing because it kind of played into the plot. And anytime like he's really good at detecting lies, and he'd say like, "How tall are you?" and they'd be like 6 feet tall, and he'd be like, "You're lying," because he was just really sensitive about it.
Okay,
All right,
so
I'm bringing
we're
us
right
back
now.
out here.
Well, hold on. We are 9 minutes and 30 seconds into this
Oh my
recording.
God!
We
I
need
thought
to
it was
do
seriously at 15 at least.
well, and the first 7.5 of those are extremely off mic pre-show conversations.
You're
so
right.
only 28 minutes before we can wrap it up.
Okay, so anyways, Iron Man.
We'll be continuing to check in over the course of the episode.
Okay, all right, let's get to our first segment. I am going to read and then describe all the panels from the Destiny Warmind digital comic that came out on Wednesday.
Actually, I haven't read it yet, so that would be fun. I just got busy.
All right.
I was busy. I forgot about it. I got distracted.
All right. September 2014, Destiny comes out. The planet has been remapped by the Traveler.
All right, I'm with you.
Damn it.
Andrew, leave this silence in. It's killing time. All right, we'll talk about anything this show is supposed to be about. The TWAB. Did you guys hear? It's called the TWAB now.
Oh, wait. Did it come out? I missed the TWAB this week. It was late this week.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, my God. Okay, there's a weekly blog every Thursday.
Wait, no, hold on. No, it came out. It came out
Literally today.
I'm refreshing the site, and all I see is.
It's under latest.
Yeah. Okay, season 3, Destiny 2. Well, listeners, if you haven't read the TWAB yet, you are in good company.
It's the TWAB, because Kevin said it right in one of the Vidocs. The Vidocs, Kevin Yanes. It's the TWAB, not the TWAB.
Kevin Yabis.
Burz is reading right now. It's just making sounds.
Oh shit! Hey, look. Live takes. I see in this big montage of exotics. It's the Prospector. Maybe it's good.
Where?
Right up there, right on the top. They got like that solid GIFO of shooting, and then right below that they got that big picture.
That GIFO.
Yeah, I was going to say GIF just to infuriate
This is another
people.
thing you missed, but Cosmo clarified either on Twitter or Reddit that image was just sort of like a fun image of exotics and didn't mean that all of those were getting reworked because it also features Merciless and Mida, but those aren't getting changes.
Are we looking at the same
You're
TWAB?
You're looking at the season 3 page and not the TWAB.
Oh, I guess I haven't looked at either of these things.
The TWAB.
This is why people hate us.
This might be why people hate me.
Hey, we made it through the content drought. All right. We deserve this.
Only 20 more minutes to get through this content drought.
We've earned one episode of not knowing what to talk about.
Checking in, 19 minutes, 30 seconds left. Okay, so we got... okay, you guys read it. Why don't you tell me what's in here? I feel like I've seen most of the stuff in it, right? Oh, no shit. Patch no preview.
It's a lot of the stuff from the season 3 website page that you were looking at.
No, like there was a video. I saw the video.
Yeah.
You guys posted that, thankfully. Otherwise, I wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah, no, there was like a hint of patch notes. There's 100 more vault space if you're a crazy hoarder. Multi-emote, guided games is getting an emblem, a new inventory category for quests, so it doesn't take up a slot in your primary or your power weapon.
Pursuits.
Thank God.
Yeah, you can make specific in-game audio settings like sound effects and dialogue and music and chat. That's nice.
Oh, can you turn off the intro music?
I'd love to turn off the 5th variant of Ghost saying something in the strike while I'm grinding DFA for the 50th time. That'd be cool.
That's fair. Shaq said
I
something
feel like we've
new
done
today.
this before.
I'd never heard this one.
You ugly piece of work.
He said, warlocks. We used to call them those smart guys. Or something like that.
Who said that?
I don't know. Maybe
Is this
Saladin.
a direct
I can't.
quote from Shax?
I'm paraphrasing.
I heard actually Hawthorne say something interesting, and I'm most positive that some other content creator has posted this or pointed it out. But she says, like, she just talks about clans and mumbles things to Lewis. But she said, like, hey, clans make up all different people with similar interests. There's one group of fathers that fight for the city. And I was like, wow, that's like an in-game nod to Dads of Destiny. That's pretty cool. Yeah. And I hadn't heard that before.
Also, you guys know all the that hunter cloak with the bird on it?
Yeah.
They put that in the game for me.
Oh.
I assume. And it's called, this is my theory, it's also called Be Thy Guide. And like, I'm kind of on a show that like teaches people about stuff, even though maybe the value of my contributions is hard to put your finger on exactly what it's there.
Wow.
But yeah, I think they put a specific bird shout out in the game. Also, Bones, you know how they put
Know how the moon is filled with bones?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but
It's
like
that.
Birds, your cape is pretty cool, but like half of the locations on the moon were named after me in Destiny 1.
Yeah. Also, if you've ever seen the inside of a Guardian, full of bones.
A spooky skelly.
Yep.
Also, I heard Noosk made Hollow Earth just for you. Is that true?
That's true.
Yeah.
Also true. Somehow
No,
after
it
the
was
fact,
supposed to be called Hollow Bones. So it was going to be a reference to both of you. See,
Wow.
as birds have hollow bones, and
Wow.
your
Shit.
name is Bones.
And I'm hollow.
Yeah, on the inside. There's nothing.
very quick on your toes.
Nothing but memes.
Impressive.
That's okay. What else is happening?
16 minutes, 15 seconds left. Thank you for tuning in to Crucible Radio.
Jesus,
Oh,
something about
things,
the raid
Destiny,
emblems fix. Cade giving treasure maps in case you're a psycho that still does those. Gotta have my treasure maps. I just picture someone screaming at Cade like week 45 of this game. Where are they? Risk Runner got a preview. That one was cool. I legitimately like Risk Runner now before I saw this, but I'm excited.
This is a real piece of information that we can talk about.
It's a real piece of ugly work.
So we saw, was it the exotic masterwork perk on it that gave it that crazy range boost?
So yes, the Masterwork perk, which we talked a little bit about last week, I think. Most of them, if not all of them, are still hidden. So they could be stat increases, like Hamrick explained this, but flat buff to one stat, or maybe like a perk itself. There's definitely rumors about so-and-so getting full auto once you've masterworked it, but Risk Runner gets a straight up range boost that makes it absolutely absurd to the point where it looks like it's high range for all guns, let alone an SMG.
And thank you to Keen Koala, who does the math, because he does math. But Keen Koala mentioned in chat that in that clip, it was doing 14 to the head, 13 to the body, which now makes it faster TTK than Antiope. Interesting.
I am gonna.
If that is incorrect, then take it up with Keen Koala. Twitter.com/Keen Koala. We've got 14 minutes and 44 seconds left.
I'm pausing
Thanks
the
for
video
listening.
and I see 11s and then I see 14s in crits.
Well, there's definitely the range drop off, right? Like that was pushing.
Yeah, but
pushing the
we're
limit.
talking like
Okay.
right up close. I don't know.
Okay. Oh no, you're right. So it's 14 to the head. So,
But 14 to
strong
the
on
head is
crits.
higher than 13, which it is now, right?
Yep.
Ooh.
That is more than anything in the archetype.
Interesting.
That's a lot.
It's a monster right now. I actually do really like it. It's so stable and fun. And then when you do occasionally get that arc perk to proc in PvP, well, that was a full of P's and Q's, but it's nice. It's cool. And you get a nice little clip, but it's going to be, I really want to know if Risk Runner, because of the effect it has on all arc damage, kind of impacts the use of arc subclasses. Because I think if you're just any smart guy using PvP weapons, you just make your power and your energy not arc damage. That would make sense. But if you are an Arc Strider, which is an incredibly popular class, especially at high levels, your skip grenades don't do that much to anyone running Risk Runner. So it'd be really sweet if it could actually impact the meta just by that. We'll see.
Do we know of anything that is equivalent for Void or Solar? Void gets a boost, right? So, what was it?
Tractor Cannon.
Tractor Cannon gives a boost to Void damage, although
Yes.
maybe debatable the utility of that in PvP, more
Right.
of a boss fight thing. Anything for Solar? Any Solar strengths or weaknesses that we've heard about so far?
No, there's the existence of Melting Point in the game, but again,
True.
not something that comes up a whole lot in PvP.
Yeah, we're not trying to proc melting point on people so that we get more damage in.
You're just trying to punch them across the map.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, you like what you like. That new Titan arm exotic. I don't think we've seen the perk for that yet, but I have to assume it is knockback on melees.
That'd be very cool.
And you can just literally dunk people all day.
I like the kind of opposite effect of Syntheseps, which is pull you closer, and that one being push them far away.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a job, Bungie. Let me do it.
Yeah, that was easy.
It was very thoughtful of me. What a great idea.
I'm of both minds about this element, like elemental damage consideration, because on one hand, it's something that's never existed in PvP in any meaningful way, right? Like maybe to the extent of, if somebody pops their super, you switch to your energy weapon, like use an element over just nothing, or over kinetic. And so in that sense, it's cool. And I imagine whatever effects there are important will immediately be boiled down by the community to a helpful set of rules of thumb that we all just expect everyone to know. But I think keeping track of that stuff, seems a little tedious. I don't want to I don't want to be like, well, I guess I shouldn't run Arcstrider anymore because everyone on the other team is going to put Risk Runner on.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm kind of into the idea of making counter picks, like going into a match. And especially if we all have like masterworked exotics and it's okay, you're running this style or this hotness right now. Oh, you're not just trying out Graviton Lance. You have 3,000 kills with it. So I'm going to know that. Or, if someone has 4,000 kills with Risk Runner, maybe you do want to run, a Void subclass that game. So I kind of like the counter picking this might do with, and that applies to both Risk Runner's element thing and all exotics. But we'll see. I don't know if it'll have such a strong impact. There's no way to know right now. Good prediction. We'll find out tomorrow. Risk Runner. No, sorry. We also saw little previews of 2 more exotics, and Noosk says these will be the last ones. But Sweet Business has the most inventory of all time. Doesn't seem like a PvP thing, but definitely could be a nice Callus strategy, especially with the Lunafaction boots, which no one seems to know they exist. And Darcy got quite a few upgrades.
Yeah, this is something.
Yeah, 4 times damage once locked onto a target, and its perk is that it has better aim and accuracy when you're locked on, so to speak, which is great. So overall DPS, and then it's also got a 7-round magazine and reduced zoom, which is nice for PvP players, and an aim assist stat that's going to be pretty strong. So better for drag sniping, especially with a controller.
So when they say locked on, they mean the personal assistant has kicked in, right?
Yes. Yeah, locked on is probably an inaccurate term because it doesn't, track your aim for you, but it's once you've acquired a target for a certain amount of time.
Now, I might be thick, but with 2 C's. But,
I was going to ask.
I might be thick in both senses, but 4x damage seems like a lot of damage, right?
I kind of want to talk about you being thick in 2 different senses of the word.
Yeah, well, because I got a big dumb head.
And a big dumb butt.
And a big dumb butt. They balance each other out.
Okay, back to Darcy.
Glad we cleared that up. We've got 13 minutes and 39 seconds left here on Crucible Radio. Hey, well, on a minute, can you one shot to the body with this?
That's a good question. Something tells me
Darcy's a really low impact.
It is low impact. I'm also just wondering if maybe the word was left out, but could it mean crit?
Yeah, probably.
Because a 4 times body shot is enough.
The numbers in the thing show crits. So.
Yeah, I almost think like that'd be so egregious.
That'd be much, right? Like Borealis is like, all right, if you happen to get all the perks and you happen to be on PlayStation, then it happens.
Do 1,000 more things to get the same perk that Darcy has if you just look at them for half a second.
So
it's a good catch, though.
Seems unlikely.
We'll find out tomorrow.
Huh. It's a cool gun. All right. I'm reading this for the first time. Yeah. Okay. So okay. These are strike modifiers. All this. Some new ghost that looks like a butt. Kind of does. I mean, being honest.
A thick, dumb butt.
Thick, dumb butt with a thick, dumb face. And then prismatic matrix, which is something or other bullshit.
I don't get it.
It's basically a fast track to getting stuff you want from Eververse without having to wait for you to get dust.
Okay, so it's like a faded engram kind of thing where you get each bright engram unlocks the thing. Oh, so that's great. So you get 10 bright engrams a week and you'll get all of the things?
No.
Oh, okay.
You get like one chance at this thing, which can be one of these 10 things. But if you have that thing, it's off the list. So if you have the emblem that's for sale or the emote that's for sale, you will get 1 out of the 9 things.
I know.
It's like faded engrams, but more confusing.
It says each item within the prismatic matrix is on a knockout list, which means every player is guaranteed to receive all featured items for a given week by the 10th activation.
I'll tell you what a real knockout is. Birds' thick, dumb butt. Yeah, I don't get it. Let's move on.
No, I want to argue. We've got 11 minutes and 47 seconds.
We've got questions from our patrons.
We've got questions
from our patrons.
Oh, that'll run out the clock nicely.
Birds knows nothing about what we're doing today.
Okay, I give up. I'm reading this thing and these words are just either whatever. Let's give a shout out to our sponsor this week, which is my thick dumb face and Casper mattresses. Thank you, Casper.
Casper is a sleep brand that continues to revolutionize its line of products to create an exceptionally comfortable sleep experience one night at a time.
With 3 mattress models, the original Casper, the Wave, and the Essential, Casper mattresses are perfectly designed to soothe and cradle your natural geometry.
Big, thick butt.
Your big, thick butt. Your big, dumb face.
Not to mention the breathable design helps you sleep cool and regulates your body temperature throughout the night, which is great because all of a sudden it's 90 degrees in Philadelphia.
And it's delivered right to your door in a small, how do they do that size box with free shipping and returns in the US and Canada.
But the best part is that you can be sure of your purchase with Casper's 100-night risk-free sleep on it trial. After all, you spend 1/3 of your life sleeping, so you should be comfortable while doing it.
I tell you, I got a Casper mattress, and it came in a suspiciously small box. You hear us talk about how small the box is, and you see it, and you go, that doesn't seem right. You could barely fit 4 pumpkins in this box.
I would go to say that I bet you the UPS guy doesn't think it's so small.
Yeah, right. That's his problem. All you have to do is get it to your bedroom and open it up, and it blooms.
Springs to life.
It comes to life, and what you end up with is the most comfortable mattress you ever slept on. You sleep better. It just does you right.
So get $50 toward select mattresses by visiting casper.com/crucible and using code Crucible at checkout. CRUCIBLE.
That's $50 off your mattress purchase. Terms and conditions apply.
And after you're done listening to this episode sponsored by Casper, check out Casper the Podcast, sponsored by Casper. It's an entire podcast about Casper, sponsored by Casper. Meta, available now on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, and Stitcher. Casper.
And Casper Podcasts.
Yep. Wow. That is actually a real thing. That is actually a thing.
I love it.
We say Casper the Podcast, sponsored by Casper. I wonder what it's about.
Everyone, we've been quite silly this episode.
The Casper Podcast is like, do you have a big, thick, dumb butt? Well, we've got a mattress for you.
We're literally a day away. There's so much good stuff coming.
Play it.
And we reached out to our Patreons, and we were hoping they would have some silly questions because we just need to get to this next week, and we'll talk. We get real serious, put on our serious faces. I can say we got a really interesting interview coming up later in the month. Can we say it?
Oh, yes, we can.
Right? It's already planned. It's in the midst of planning. So we reached out to our Patreons at patreon.com/Crucible Radio, and they sent us some silly questions so that we could get through the rest of this episode.
And some interesting ones.
Yeah.
We won't just be talking about hot dogs.
Will we?
No, well, it's partially. But anyways, let's just jump into it because we've got a good one right up at the top. Our buddy Bonji asks, out of the exotics that are getting changed, what's a crazy perk/change that would be fun to see on an exotic that we have not got any info on yet? Oh, so we just get to guess on, the guns that haven't been previewed.
I would love to see like exotic armor get like secretly tweaked with this. Be like, oh, by the way, we did armor too. Because they can't really show off too much with the armor. But that'd be exciting.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just want September stuff tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got an idea. What if a trace rifle, and by that I mean Prometheus and Coldheart, what if the next trace rifle was kind of like Symmetra, in that it tracks and locks onto enemies at a certain range, but obviously it'd have like a lower damage rate. Or it could even have like an increased damage rate. So you're definitely getting consistent permanent damage. Like you're not missing as long as they're like in front of you to some degree, but you have a much slower time to kill.
Yeah, or like some kind of whip.
Yeah, or some kind of whip. I think the real thing is that the future of exotic weapons should eventually become weapons technically, but not guns.
Right. Oh, well, we got a javelin coming. Also, did you guys see in the reveal the whip that they're adding?
No.
You want to go in both hands?
A two-handed whip?
They've got lassos. They've got all sorts of rope-based weapons. This is my guess, Bonji. That's what you get.
Okay, yes, we don't want to guess too much because we're going to find out immediately what all these guns do tomorrow, but it's a fun one to talk about. Okay, here's one from Jason. With the return of private matches, what would be some fun setups to run with friends in that mode? In D1, we had our clan once did a light versus dark private match, so light team could only use hard light, dark team could only use necrochasm. What are some crazy pairing you would enjoy? I love that, by the way. That's good.
That's fantastic, yeah. Well, we've done a couple. I want to say the last round of D1 Goofy Scrims we played No HUD Rift with black shaders versus red shaders.
Yes, that's nuts.
Extremely hectic. Hide and seek.
Yeah.
We did, there was one we did, Bonesy, we did this one a while back. It might have been on stream, but it was a light advantages enabled one.
Yeah, sort of like a juggernaut mode.
Exactly, right? You were much higher light than all of us. And also, as long as you killed one of us every fight, there was no way we could possibly win.
That was really nuts. I did that on the charity stream with Destiny Reset podcast, and it was 1v4, and it was you guys, Contacts, and Duba versus me. And then once I realized the math, like you had figured it out 2 seconds later, and I was like, oh no, my strategy. That was a very fun one. Also, like, I really want to see if my old mode, heavy attack, can kind of translate into D2. What that was a mayhem variant where the object was, very much capture the flag, but there's heavy on two sides. And that's why I have to see if this translates, because power ammo spawns are different. But one team has to go pick up the ammo. And when they select it and actually get to that ammo into their guns, that's a point. You don't use it, but that's a point. So then you go back to your side and you let it reset, and then you try to attack again. So there's 4 people attacking and 4 people defending, but you're using supers in every engagement. So it was like kind of cool.
Like capture the flag kind of thing.
Yeah, but like there'd be on the defending team, like you'd have one guy always putting a bubble over the power. So maybe a Nova Bomb always had to use that, and a golden gun would be the one to get the kills. And then someone would be the tether to try to suppress the other team. And you just see how many points you can get in like 10 minutes and just keep trying to pick it up. It's really fun.
Or you can kind of do it with the way that power ammo passes off to people as like a capture the flag variant.
That was one thing I noticed in Mayhem, is that there would be these insane power ammo stacks building up, because one guy would just pick up 5 of them, and like you just pick up a brick expecting to get, like 1 or 2 shots, and it's like, oh hey, 27 fusion rifle rounds. You've been busy. But yeah, whoever's holding the most power at the end of the match. I feel like there's just a whole category, and these aren't like necessarily goofy, but just like fun practice things, just restrictions of like swords only, or snipers only, or hand cannons only, and they're fun, and you want everyone on the same party chat goofing, but you also learn a lot. Like my No Land Beyond shot got much better playing snipers only.
Yeah, you can never go wrong by just limiting it to one type and then working on your skill with that gun, especially when you're going up against someone doing the same thing. I think that's always helpful and fun.
You can also just have everyone equip hard light and try and stop yourself from giggling every time there's a fight.
Husky raid.
Yeah, just goes full insanity so fast.
Okay, should we do a serious one?
Sure.
Here's one from Prashant. What weapons in D2 currently give each of you the most trouble in PvP in terms of getting good with them?
Oh boy. I suck with pulse rifles. I don't get them. I don't like them. I don't get them. The really fast ones I can do okay with. But I mean, I'd honestly rather have a scout than a pulse rifle.
I would say that I've been having trouble because I want to use the tractor cannon, but it's just like, I don't know. I can't get the hang of it. I gotta spend more time with it. Plus, it's getting better tomorrow, so I'll just use it then.
I'll just be boring and say that my hand cannon shot isn't where I want it to be right now. And I feel like I had a really good phase with it. And I think it was more so that I just was very intent on only using hand cannons in the kinetic slot. And then go fast happens and everything kind of changes. So I think I lost my aim a bit with them. And, being a controller user on PC, it's a challenge to begin with. So I want those to feel good. Like I want to be confident with that. But right now I feel like my best loadout does not involve a hand cannon as often. So I want them to be something that I always use because I like using them.
I'm still bad at sniping, if that counts for anything.
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah.
That's a good question, though. That actually really quickly analyzes, like, dang, that's a big weak spot in my game, and it's kind of important to identify those. Okay, here's a cue from Gideon. And they say, if you could have any voice actor to speak for your ghost, who would it be?
Taika Waititi.
Oh my God, that's a good one. Shit.
Oh, I can't. I mean, H. John would be fun.
That's a good one. Yeah.
The ghost that like perpetually showed up late to whatever it was that was going on.
Can you unlock this prism? I'm working on it. It's like really annoying. I think just for like a fun variant, and I'm still on the Avengers hype, but Pom Clementif. I'm messing up her French last name. The actress who plays Mantis in Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, if she was sort of in character, I think that'd be a genuinely pretty funny one because she's like failsafe, but not sometimes annoying.
She reminds me of failsafe.
Yeah, like I think that's the kind of like positivity and kind of like good nature that I think I would enjoy really consistently and not get tired of. I think that'd be pretty dope. Also, although on the Avengers thing, if I did have just good old Jarvis, I think that'd be pretty dope too.
Oh yeah, Jarvis would be nice.
So shout out to Paul Bettany
or Karen.
It'd be great if Karen was like, okay, engaging death mode, and you're like, wait, what? Taika would. Oh, you stole the best one. Hey man, we're gonna go into the Infinite Forest. Do you want to come? Okay. From Alexander, we all love Suros regime, but do you guys think we will see the Terror return? You guys are the coolest dudes. Oh, thank you. You know what? I hope it's good. I hope it's good. I didn't actually use it when it was like the monster of Iron Banner in early year one. I had my Vanquisher, I think, but because when it came back in Destiny 1, it got that second perk, and it went from it had the speed up, but also the focused fire, the slowdown.
Yeah,
I think that speed up perk could be pretty nice in D2. I think that's a good perk.
I want to say that Suros, I don't know, autos don't really have the best place in the meta at the moment, so it's gonna have to fill a different role, like you said, like either the slowdown or the speed up. Like,
Yeah.
One of them's going to be like, oh, that's the definitive one to use. I'm thinking the slowdown. So that it's more like a full auto scout.
Yeah. If it could have an intimidating range, I think it has a place.
Maybe the masterwork for it is range.
That'd be great. Just scout rifle range on the auto. I think that could work.
Oh, maybe it changes based off of what mode you have it in. Like, put it in slowdown mode, it turns into a half Dan, and then if you put it into spin up mode, then it turns into stability or something.
Okay, 900 RPM auto rifle. Oh, yeah. Excited to see what happens with that gun. It's always been sort of a fan favorite, even though it was the subject of much rage at one point in its lifetime. From Tiny Monkey Paw. If you could have a tail in real life, what kind of tail would you choose and why? I'd choose a beaver tail so I could splash people and splash my tail on things to send warning signals.
I feel like this is a trick question because, like, a monkey tail would be the best. It's prehensile. You can pick stuff up and just like have another set of hands. You can do that thing where you tap people on the shoulder and then they turn and look, but you're actually standing on the other side.
No, the best tail would be some sort of reptile tail where you could use it haphazardly to attack people, and then it grows back.
You're saying, like, as the defense mechanism, when a burglar or a thief is chasing you and they grab your tail, you could simply disconnect it from your body.
Yep.
I would just do a peacock tail. Thick.
Good question.
Good cue. Okay, scantily clad. The names just drifted right away from real first names. Do you think Warmind will be enough to draw players back to the game? And do you think the recent gameplay changes will be enough to keep them playing? Yes! They've been back since March 27th, baby. They don't want to admit it, but everyone who ever went on Twitter and was just like, blah, 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 I've seen them. They've been playing for weeks.
There's a lot of people that made I'm quitting Destiny videos for their YouTube, and they've been on.
Sorry to call them out. Sorry to put them on blast. Not naming any names, but even if they're not streaming it, like, I literally see people playing at like 1 a.m. Iron Banner. I'm like, yeah, everyone's back. They're back.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of when those people that made the quitting videos will make the video saying I'm back and it's good. Because that's the influence right there. Like, people were like, it's shit. And then it kind of just trickled down and became the meme. It's just a matter of when those people say, it's cool. So I got to play some of it and I liked it. And all of these exotic tuning things sounds like the Crucible is going to be crazy as of next week. Because if it can't be all terrible if they're all super powerful.
Yeah, dare I say it's possibly one of the most fun things to happen and will absolutely be a blast and super interesting just to see how many different guns you'll wanting to use next week.
I think there's another component of it too, which is private matches, right?
Yeah.
Private matches are the foundation that you build a comp scene on. And I think it's going to be
Kevin
different.
even said it in the video. That's what he's looking forward to the most.
Yeah.
Is private matches so that people can create tournaments.
Yep. I mean, and it's, in D1, there was an organic scene. It was really tight knit. And a lot of those people are still around or they've come back. But since then, because we kind of had that space, that there's a lot of good players. There's a lot of great trials players. There's just a lot of very dedicated players. And it's going to be interesting to see. I think there's going to be much more of a balkanization of the competitive scene where you're going to have lots of groups all split off, all doing their own things. I think it's going to be unlikely that we're going to come up with a definitive, universally accepted rule set anytime true or sort of ban list.
I think us here at Crucible Radio, if we get involved with any sort of tournament throwing, we personally wouldn't want any limitations except for like maybe one or two.
Yeah. I
keep
think
it kind of like open to, because I like the idea that this shit gets crazy. And I like Destiny for being Destiny. So blow shit up, throw hammers, throw swords. Don't throw Nova bombs.
Is that a new feature? Did you just reveal it? You can throw your sword at someone?
You have
blade,
this,
bro.
I'm talking Steel Sybil. You can just get the power ammo and chuck it at someone.
Just chuck it.
Spin it, just flying through this.
Does damage over time because it's in their face.
This is my Patreon question. What would be on your, because I think, we're all in favor here of a real minimal rule set until you've really proven that something deserves to be banned. But that being said, I mean, what's on the minimal ban list? I mean, like Colony, that's an easy one. That's just kind of a pain in the ass. There's not a good counter to it. And I don't know, it just doesn't make for fun play.
I'd like to force things other than Acreus.
That's it, right? Acreus is just so much better than all the others. Although that being said, maybe with all these viable
tough
exotic
choices, maybe
exactly right, you'd be trading your.
I think it
shotgun.
depends on whether or not some of these can outgun a person charging you with Acreus.
Yeah,
like
Huckleberry,
if there's something
baby.
in there. Yeah,
true. I want the Huckle. Give me the Huckle. Is there a question there asking if Birds wants the Huckle? Because
no, we only have one more question.
Okay. Not Huckle related.
It's another one from Scantily, and they ask, also, would you rather have the brain and fur of a dog for a day or your own brain and skin but with the skeletal structure of a dog?
God damn it.
that's terrifying. I want to be a dog for a day. It sounds awesome.
Okay, hold on. The brain and fur of a dog.
Yes.
Oh,
dog brain and dog fur covering my body.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's me,
your
but
brain.
My bones are. I've got the structure of a dog now,
yes.
but I'm still a fleshy, thick old human.
Yes, with your brain.
Well, that sounds like a nightmare.
That sounds like a living nightmare.
I mean, I could see, okay, maybe if you get to go out into the middle of nowhere and there's no campers or drones or anything, but it could just be you just like getting to run as fast as a dog can run. Just like having fun with it.
The first one is essentially Chewbacca, but dumb.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is like if you have the brain of a dog and you're covered in fur, you don't care because you're a fucking dog in your brain.
Which one of these terrifying
and my dogs
and
spend
awful
all of
options?
My dogs spend all of their day on the couch, so I'd like to do that. Please give me that.
Yeah, many dogs have good lives. I'm gonna go with that one.
That would be nice to just like experience that kind of simple joy of like, slept, ate a bunch of brown rocks. We went outside. I got really excited for some reason, and then I smelled
There's
some
a
stuff.
ton of smells outside.
Yeah, and then we went back inside. Wasn't thrilled about it at first, but then when I got back inside, it was great. And I went back to sleep. Like I could see just that really recharging the old batteries, the old birderies.
Wow.
We've got 3 minutes, 45 seconds left here on Crucible Radio. Thank you very much for listening. It's the show for all things Destiny 2 PvP.
We did great.
Yeah, no, it was fun.
Proud of us.
Big 150.
I like it. It's 156. That's the 3-year anniversary.
Yeah, I thought you were wrong in the intro, but I didn't want to say.
It's just 52 is a number, but it's not the same number if it's got a 1.
Was one of those? Never mind. That was a dumb question. Anywho,
we'll never know.
Are we getting out
you
of
should
this
just said,
episode?
It's
now?
a really
Can I leave?
smart question. Never mind.
Thank you to all our patrons for very good questions.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about some of the great perks you get being a patron. You get to ask us stupid questions, and we are legally obligated to answer them on air unless we don't. You get access to our members only lounge in the Crucible Radio Discord. You thought regular Crucible Radio Discord was great. The lounge is even better. Exclusive. And we got all kinds of fun stuff. We've got art from our graphic designer, Dan. We've got movie nights with these private matches coming back. You know we're going to have some 30-minute rumbles. And hey, you don't have to do any of this, but if you enjoy the show and get some value out of even episodes like this, and you want to throw a couple bucks our way, we much appreciate it. And if not, we still love you. 5-star reviews on iTunes are free.
We did it.
iTunes.
It's Apple Podcasts, birds. They don't call it iTunes anymore. iTunes is for music.
Yeah, but you have to open up iTunes to get to the place where you leave the review.
I didn't make the rules. I'm not Apple.
I don't know.
See you next week, everyone, for Real
bye.
Destiny.
Destiny.
Coming to you this week from the Concrete. Check them out, fromtheconcrete.bandcamp.com. Check them out on Spotify. Their new EP is up on iTunes. They got the video on YouTube. It's all good stuff. Go dig it. And hey, if you are a musician and you want to hear your music on Crucible Radio, play only listener music here. It is the best. Just send us an email, crucibleradio@gmail.com.
So sorry I can't catch up. Say it over and over. Say what it's all about. The night's getting colder. The older I get. I wish you were as good as me to be now. Sadly you can see me, and I would rather talk about it into distant itself.
What's up, everyone? Bones here. Do you like podcasts? Do you like chill conversation? Well, me and my co-host Swain and Birds put out a bonus podcast every month on Patreon. If you want to check it out and be a part of more awesome stuff, head over to patreon.com/Crucible Radio and join the squad. See you there.